Chapter 7. Stephanie shivered as they left the shelter of the store to talk to the police officer. She'd been a little surprised when Noah opened the door, and she hadn't at least recognized the officer. He must have been hired after she had left for school. She took a deep breath and mentally braced herself as they walked toward her car. She was afraid the one word on her door wasn't going to be the extent of the damage. "Do you want the good news or the bad news?" the officer asked as they approached. "Start with the bad, then there's something to look forward to." A heavy weight sat in her stomach as she waited to hear the extent of what Eric had done this time. "It looks like he got nearly every panel. It's written on every side of the vehicle." Crap, just what she didn't need. She didn't want to have to deal with this. It wasn't a new car, not by a long shot, but she'd taken care of it. She didn't want to have to invest in having it repainted. That would eat a good chunk of her savings. "I can't find anything to prove who it was, no evidence other than the words themselves. I did take several photos, as handwriting can be compared, but with something this large, often they'll rule someone out, but not find a conclusive match." Great. Another bit of bad news. Just when she was looking for a bright side. "You said something about good news?" "This isn't scratched in. It's written on. Marker of some kind would be my guess, maybe Sharpie. I'd try rubbing alcohol or some rubbing compound and see if it comes off." Relief and hope washed through her. Maybe she wouldn't have to have it repainted. Even if it took a little elbow grease, it would bet better than having to spend that kind of money. "I'm ready to take off, but I'd really like that letter." Officer Creedon looked from her to Noah and back again. "I want to see Stephanie home safely to her parents, then if you can give me a ride, I'll give it to you," Noah said. "Sounds like a plan. If we're leaving, I need to turn the lights off and lock up." Steph didn't want to say so, but she was glad they were going to see her home before going after the note. "I'll go with you." Noah turned and headed back to the store with her. "I'll go with you to your place, then I'll get in with him. Are you okay to drive, or do you want me to?" She thought about it for a second. She could drive if she had to, but she was still on edge. "You drive. I'll navigate." Noah helped her get locked up, then took her keys, and they headed back to the vehicle. Steph went to the passenger's side while Noah spoke with the officer, then climbed in.